Hello and welcome to Precious Memory Box's Junk Journaling. My name is Bobby, and today we're going to have a fun project. This is a design team project from Scrapbooking with Me, and it's the January Jumpstart, a fresh creative restart. And the team is just doing some simple projects, using up scraps, things that just maybe will inspire you. And Miss E is also doing a weekly organized tip video for you on Thursdays. So remember to check that out. And just there will be, I believe there's a playlist on Scrapbooking with Me. So on her YouTube channel. So make sure you check that out for the daily videos. And then some of the things that we may be doing, and some of the team members may think of other items they want to do. But embellished envelopes, pockets with tags, simple journaling page, washi tape, making clusters. I know Tara did a clusters one the other day. From junk to journal, using lace, making side tucks, making belly bands. So just fun and simple things, and also a great way to use up any scraps, that you've been accumulating throughout the year. You can definitely use them up. Okay, I need to show you my hoard of washi tape. I don't know if you'll be able to see all this, but I have one of these organizers that I got when it was like 40% off at Hobby Lobby. But it is loaded with washi tape. And I don't use my washi tape like I should. I've got tons of it. I have actually gotten rid of quite a bit of it just because, I don't need all that, and I'm not using it like I should. But today I thought it would be fun. We'll just pick some different ones and show you a few ways that you can use up some of your washi tape. And sometimes they come with your kit, so don't forget when you get a kit with washi tape, make sure you use it. Don't let it, just sit there. Use it up. All right, let's see. I'm going to pick out some pinks first, and I have to pick these pink mushrooms. You may be able to see the top. I've got to pick those. Okay, because I love mushrooms. And let's see, we've got this one I don't have much of, so I might be able to use it up. It's kind of different shades of pinks and maroons there. I think that'll go all right with this one. Let's see. You can use, one or two, and you can use, 10 or 15 layers of washi tape, whatever kinds you want to use. So let's see. Maybe we'll add another one here with a little brown and pink. There's a pink. Let's see. It's a polka dot. Polka dot might be too bright. Let's see. I've got this one for a thinner one. And this one is more floral. All right, let's go with those for the first thing we're going to make. And then we'll grab out some more colors for our other ones we're going to make here. Okay. So I'm going to set that down here so we can easily get at it. And so the first thing we're going to do is a tag. So I've just got a couple tags here. Let's go ahead and use this one. And you can, of course, cover the back with washi tape too, or you can leave it blank for writing, stamp on it, whatever you want. But I'm just going to show you different ways you can use it on different items you have in your craft room. So I'm going to take the tape off this first, because I just had to have this washi tape, and I think it came out a couple years ago, maybe. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to line this up, and I'm going to start at the bottom and just work my way up. Now you can cut these off. You can use a ruler and just tear them off and then come back and cut them, which is what I might do. All right. And then let's see, what do we want to do next? Let's do a one that's a little bit more contrast. This one is just a pretty pink. And so I'm just going to go along here and fill this up. So I hope everyone has had a good week. I hope it's warmed up where you're at a little bit. It's kind of back and forth where I'm at. It gets, you know, reasonably warm for a couple of days, and then it gets cold again. All right, let's try this one. This one is really pretty. Now I'm just going straight across, but I'll show you on the next one. We can do a diagonal if we want. You can do there's another, you know, several patterns you can do. Okay, here is a thin one. And then let's see, I've got another thin one, but I want to put something in between that. So let's go ahead and put the mushroom one again, because now I'm going to want to use that on everything that I opened it. Oops. Some washi tape is stickier than others, so if you find your washi tape is not sticking down real well and you want it to be permanent on there, you may want to put a little glue under your washi. I usually, most of the washi I've gotten like on sale, like at Hobby Lobby. You know, I've ordered a few offline from, you know, a special company or something when I really, really liked it. But most of them, oh, that one ripped on me. Let's see if it's long now. Okay. Now, there's another fun thing you can do with all these little cutoffs. If you grab an index card and you just stick all your cut-ups or cut-offs on it, then when you get done, you kind of have like a collaged one, and you know, you can cut a tag out of it. Oh, this one is not doing well at all. The first piece came off fine, but okay, let's see if I can go a little slower, and then maybe it won't tear as much. See, I don't know if washi tape gets old, you know, but yeah, it feels like it's getting ready to tear again. So, well, if it tears a little, it's okay. It's all right. It'll just be part of the design. Okay. There we go. And doesn't look like we're going to need too much more. What do we want to go with here? Now, another thing you can do that I thought we would try to do after we get our items covered with washi is you can go back and grab some leftover you know, die cuts or ephemera pieces that you have from your kit. You know, if you're using a kit or you made your own ephemera, and then you can add that to this. Now I'm covering up the dot, but we'll come back to that. It's okay. Oops. And I'm going to go ahead and use this other little thin one here for the top. Okay, there we go. Well, see, that's probably one I should add a little glue under, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right. All right, I'm going to rub it down. Maybe take, if you have your bone folder handy, and I'm going to use my ruler here. I'm just going to kind of like burnish it down a little bit on the tag. Okay, and then we're going to grab these scissors here. Okay. And I'm going to cut off the sticky, and let me grab, let's see, I think I got an index card over here. What did I do with, oh, there's one. Okay. So I've got a larger index card here. And so as I cut these pieces off, I'll do a few at a time. You can add them to this. I'm not going to do it as fancy, but you know, start in a corner and just have fun adding your pieces, and you can create another, you know, you're not wasting all this. You can add it to here and create a collage of some sort. So that's another fun way to not waste. Like I said, I'm not doing it as neat as I should be, but I just wanted to show you an example of how you can continue to use your washi. That one has a perfect little mushroom on it. This one, I'm going to try to get it up here closer. This one we're going to maybe go this way. You know, and it'll be fun with multiple colors and types and that. So I just wanted to show you that as an example, and I'll continue to, I'll add my pieces over here on the side. But another fun way to use up that washi. And then of course, anything you make here you can use in your journals. Okay, so I'm going to add these pieces over here. And I'm going to trim this just slightly. All right. So all the team members will be working on projects throughout the month. So I hope you guys will take time to watch each of them. Everyone has some, they all have neat ideas. It's nice when you get a group of people together because, you know, you can just kind of inspire each other and help each other. All right, so there is our first one completed. There is our tag, and then you can, of course, I'm not sure if my hole punch is in here. I might have taken it out in the other room. Let me see. Yeah, I remember I do have it out in the other room. But just take your hole punch and come back here and punch your hole out again. All right, I love that one. That one turned out really cute. Okay, so another thing you can do, let me grab it here, is I've got an index card, so you can do it on an index card. And the other thing I brought in was some coin envelopes that I had. All right, and let's see, let's grab, I'll put the pinks away. And let me grab, I'm going to grab some black and white ones here. See if I can get some different sizes. Let's see. So, oh, that one has the ABCs on it, if you can see it. All right. And then let me grab maybe, let's see, we need maybe another white one. How about this one? Okay, I think that'll work. So on our index card, and this is an index card that has grid on it, I am going to go, let's see here, find where this starts. You guys ever have that trouble finding the start of your washi tape? There we go. So what I'm going to do is, this will be like a journaling card. And so I'm going to go one direction with one, and then, so horizontal one way, and then I will go vertical with the next one. So, although these all have writing on it, I think that'll still be okay. All right, let me find the start of this one. And I'll turn it this way to help me stay straight. I'm going to let that go a little bit off the edge since I kind of messed up the edges there. This one is neat. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got some mushrooms, a heart, a key. It says bingo there. And I'm going to use my ruler to help me get it right where I want it. There we go. Okay. All right, and then let's see, next we'll do this one. This one has the ABCs on it. And nice thing about having the grid paper, kind of helps me keep my lines straight. All right, so I used that one. Let's use this one. Okay. There's not a lot on these, so I could definitely use these up quickly. All right, that's a pretty one. There we go. All right, so let's see, we've used all of those. Let's try this one. What are some fun things that you guys like to use your washi tape for? I also like to use it to cover edges. So sometimes, you know, it's hard to always get your paper completely straight sometimes, in like when you're making a journal or something. So sometimes using that can help you. Let's see. I'm going to use this one again, and then let's see if I have some other thinner black and white that we can use, because this is kind of, which is my own fault how I'm doing it, this one is kind of filling up quickly. I was trying to make it more in a pattern. So I'm trying to, I think I don't quite have that lined up. You can kind of see the grid through this one under it. So it's kind of throwing me off if I'm getting it lined up right or not. There we go. All right. Let me see if I have some thinner ones. Oh, I have these little ones. Look at those. All right, so what do we want next? Let's do this one here. Yeah, if I would have used some of these thinner ones in between, my lines would be a little better for what I was aiming for, but this is still cool. You know, just go different directions with your washi. All right. Let's use the hearts. There we go. So what is everybody, since we're into January now, and we're all probably a little tired from the holidays, and you know, might be a little crafting burnout since we, you know, crafted over the holidays and made gifts and that. What are you guys doing right now? Are you resetting your craft space? Are you continuing to craft? What are you guys doing? All right, I'm going to do one. I think I'm going to go across here with the smaller ones and kind of finish filling this in. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? We haven't used the stripe one yet. Also, make sure that you check daily in the online Scrapbooking with Me shop, because they are always having sales, and they often feature items that you can, you know, pick up at a discount. And also, if on the digitals, they have their digitals also on Etsy, Scrapbooking with Me, and then of course on their online shop. And I know there's a few new ones just released, but make sure you check those out. And if you use the code Bobby, B-O-B-B-I, I'll try to put it on the screen for you, 20, as long as something isn't already on sale, you will get a 20% discount on that. So, so make sure to try that out. I think that's on the Etsy shop that discount works. I'm not sure if it works on the online store, but I'm pretty sure it works on the Etsy shop. So check that out. Get yourself a discount on some beautiful printables. Maybe something new to inspire yourself for the new year. All right, so you can see we have a bit of a design going there. And then again, I'm just going to cut all my edges off here. Then I have room to write on the back, or I could, you know, cover it with another piece of paper. What did I do here? I have two things together. I don't know how I did that, but oh well. We'll just pull that one off there. All right, let me put my extra scraps over here so we can use them on my index card and make a collaged index card. And then let's go ahead and cut this side. I love black and white. Okay. All right. All right, and there we go. Now, if you want to make it a little more fun, you could you could grab your corner punch and round your corners. And there you have a wonderful journaling card for your journal. Could even make you a mini book out of that, and that could be your cover to your mini journal. It looks like I've got a few edges coming up there. I'll just later grab those and glue them down. So there's our second idea. And then I'm going to grab out one of these coin envelopes. And I just picked these up at the Dollar Tree some time back. I think they still have them. And we're just going to do the front side. So I'm going to go ahead and bend this over like it's closed. I'm not going to do the back side. That'll take too much time. So, but let's see. I want to grab some neutral washi here real quick. And let's see. So which ones do we think we want to use? I like this butterfly one. I like the tickets. I'm trying to get a few different sizes. I like these tickets. We got some music here. Let's see. Here, I'm trying to decide. Here's kind of a greenish brown. Let's see what other thin ones I might have. Got this one here with writing. And let's see. Let's maybe try this, see if we have enough. If not, we'll grab some more out of there. And we're going to go diagonally this time. So let me find where this starts. Now I did print out a few pages from the kits from Scrapbooking with Me to see if we could find something that we liked on those that we could make a focal point. Okay, let's see. I'm going to bring this up a little bit because I want to get some of those butterflies on this page and that Eiffel Tower. So we will go a little sideways this time. Make sure you pull it out enough to pull it and tear it. Keep your envelope covered. Okay. We can do something down here. Help fill in this space. All right. So I'm just going to line it up next to this one. There we go. All right. And let's see. Let's do the music notes. Uh-oh, that one tore on me. Let's see if we can get enough of it to go across here. There we go. Sometimes I rip things too quickly. So let me tear this right here. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, there we go. All right. And then let's see. Looks like we need something else here. I need another thick one, I think. Let's see if I have another one that's thicker. Trying to find something with a little bit of color in it. Maybe this green. Want it to be neutral, but we don't want it to be lifeless. So let's see. This has some neat words. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add some of this right there. All right. And then let me come over here a little bit to help keep that down. Here, there we go. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and move up. This one has tickets on it. They say story, giggle, soar, love, trust. Looks like maybe team. Looks like they say a lot of different words on them. That one says play underneath. Okay. There we go. All right. What else do we have here? Here's kind of like a, can't tell you the pattern exactly. It looks kind of a diamondish, but it reminds me of wallpaper. There we go. Okay, let's see. Have we used this one? I don't think we've used this one. Let's give it a try. Oh, that one tore on us. Let me try again here. All right. See if I can get it started again. Go a little bit slower, so hopefully I don't tear it. Oh, it's one to tear right there. Maybe we can do it more up here. And we'll just have to see what we can do in between. This is kind of a thick washi. It does not want to tear easily. So that's surprising that it's ripping like it is. Okay, let me find, I need another large one. Ooh, what about that one? This might be off a little bit on the color. Let me grab something with more green hues if I can. Let's see. How about, this one's kind of yellowish, but I like the postmarks on it. This one's hard to find a start on. There it is. Okay. There's May 13th. That's my mom's birthday. There we go. I need to move that over just a little. There we go. Looks like we're going to need a really thin one for the next one, which I saw a really thin green down here that we could use. But definitely, like I said, I grabbed a few printables from Scrapbooking with Me, and I wasn't even thinking really what colors I might be using, other than I knew I wanted to do pinks. But we'll see if the printables I printed out, if they will match up to what we're doing here, and we'll create a little focal point on these. And there we go. All right, so there is our coin envelope. Now let me go ahead and trim it real quick, and then we'll see if we can make some focal points on our tags. And we've got a tag, we've got a journaling card, and we've got a coin envelope. Now you could bring your washi all the way over if you want on your flat part there of your envelope, but I just wanted to do it on the front. go. Oh, and there we go. I like that one. I think that might be my favorite one out of all of them. Okay, let's see. So they look wonderful just like they are, but you could, you could add a focal point to each of them. Let me see if my printables, I just printed off some printables, if any of these would work. So this one is from the Winter Blues from Tara. Then we've got, trying to look at this, one of these could go on with the pink, but also this here, the butterfly. I was thinking of butterfly. And then, oh, we've got some orange here, so maybe we can do something with that. So let me see if I can quickly trim out one of these butterflies. And we will add that to our pink one. It's kind of a pinkish orange color, the butterfly is. But if you've got ephemera, like I said, if you've got ephemera left over from kits you used, and you just want to, use them, they're already, like the die cut packs you get, they're already ready to go a lot of times. Great way to use them up is to use them on little projects like this. I'm not going to completely cut out the antennas because I'm not great at that, but I'll hopefully cut it out enough that you can see them there. All right. So, oh, I need to cut around the bottom one. So let me bring this here, and we're gonna try to trim out the bottom, get rid of that little bit of shadow. Oh, cute. Now I am gonna go ahead, I've got some walnut stain here, distressed oxide. Let me go ahead and just a little bit on the butterfly to get rid of the white edges. If you want, you could put it where the antennas are just to dull them a little bit so it won't be so white. And there we go. You could keep that there. You could add a little word or, something else on there if you like, a label. But I'm just going to add this sweet little butterfly. And let's see. Yep, we'll go ahead and put him right there. I didn't want to cover up the mushrooms, but I got more mushrooms down here. There we go. So there's one. Now we could look for a focal point for this, but I was also thinking it might be pretty just to add some lace to this. And this is kind of an off-white. Where's my other roll of lace? There it is. I have this really white lace. We can maybe use this on here to just add a little something to our tag, our journaling card. All right. There we go. We can go across the middle. Oh, I kind of like that. Or you could go up here, side to side, but I actually like it right about there. So I'm going to use a little Fabri-Tac. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, and then we can come back after it's completely dry and trim it. But just for a little something you can add to that. You could also add a little charm or something. if you have something like that you want to add to it. Okay. There we go. All right, let's let that sit here and dry a minute, and then I'll cut that off. And then I think that's what we'll do with this one is let's take and add. Now, since it's an envelope, you got to remember if you're going to put something in it, you may not want to do this, or you may want to keep it over by the side. But let's add a little eyelet to it with that crocodile, and I'll see if I've got any charms in here. I didn't plan ahead for that, but I think it'd be really cute. But we'll look and see if we have something we can add to it. Okay. And let's see. Let's punch a hole. I'm going to punch it right below the flap. That way, if you do want to, you know, do that, you're able to still open and close it. It just might interfere just a little bit with what size of tag or ephemera you could put in it. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing this the right. I usually do it upside down, and then it doesn't work. So, oh, I think I did it right this time. All right, let's see in my little basket of everything I got over here. I'm going to bring it to the back here and see if I have a little something I can add to it. I know one thing I need to do for the new year is get my space organized, because I have so much stuff, it's crazy. It needs to go in its appropriate home. Now, I just saw this. I wouldn't do it now, but if I had a black flower, although I don't mind that, I would add that to there. But that kind of looks neat too. Okay, let's see if we have a charm or anything in here. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't look like I do. I don't have one in here with me. I'm just still looking, see if I see something in the bottom. But, nope. Let's see, one more place to look. Nope. But you guys can see where I was going with that you can add a little charm here and just add a little focal point with that. Let's go ahead and trim this off here. Should be dry enough now. All right. What do you guys think? Should we add this to it, or does that cover up too much of what we've done? I kind of like it. I think I'll go ahead and add it. Let me just get all this extras out of the way here. And we will get that added on there. Okay. There we go. Let's see what it would look like on here. Yeah, no, I don't like it on there, but I do like it on this one. Now this already has, I think, is it a sticky back? No, it's just a felt back. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac again so that it'll be a little more adhesive. And I'm going to go ahead and add that right there. There we go. So there are 3 different ways that you can use washi tape and create your own ephemera. Use up your stash and your scraps, and you know, just have a good time using things up and just enjoy journaling and creating, and no pressure to really be creating, you know, for anything certain. I'm just going to add some ribbon on here for now. I just can't leave it empty, even though I'm missing a charm for it. But I think that'll be fun even with just a little, maybe a bow. Let's see if I can tie a bow. Sometimes I can tie them and they look cute, and sometimes I tie them and they look terrible. So let's just give it a try here and see what happens. See, that one's a little short, but maybe I can tighten it a little bit. Nope, I don't like it as a bow. So we're just going to leave it hanging as a little string there. But there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to go and check out Scrapbooking with Me, their online shop, and their Etsy shop. And of course, check out all of the different folks on the design team and Mrs. E for some organizational tips. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful January, and I'll see you again in about a week. Thank you. Bye.